It's like one Nordic skier out there. I saw a brief NWS forecast of winter storm warning, which was kind of unexpected compared to my normal forecasting apps. So the NWS dialed it. So I woke up this morning, confirmed that the Snowtail had another 7 inches overnight. Great refresh after an awesome weekend of new snow buildup. So I busted out the long track and came up here. I was hoping some snow bikers would be here. Guys I talked to couldn't make it. And then Cecil was right here when I pulled up. Cecil is money up here. Love that guy. So he was going to be heading out on snowmobile, so I would have had some backup, but and his buddy called him while I was there and was having trouble with his truck. Couldn't get the snowmobiles up here, so Cecil pulled out, but I got his number. He's always my backup around here. Love having that guy on call. He's a local. And also a subject of some of my previous YouTube videos. And I had to move the eyelets down on this. They used to be up here, but because of this knockoff tonneau cover, the angle wasn't quite right. So I just lowered them down, and this has been working great for a setup. So let's see what the long track can do today. Anyway, a previous episode, I think of my previous YouTube channel, Prof BS, was the one we did the recovery video with him, and he's shown up in some other videos. He's a ubiquitous character around here. I kind of delayed a little bit because I had time this morning. Sometimes it's tough. If you get up here too early, the plows haven't been through and you can't even get into the snow parks, which plows haven't been through this morning. Looks like maybe they have, and it's already built up this much since. Just trying to get out of the way in case someone else comes in here. Pretty quiet up here this morning. It is a weekday. So they've pretty much quit grooming because they ran out of money. State of Oregon Department of Transportation's been having problems. They misplaced $1 billion, and now they're trying to figure out how to balance the budget. So I guess that's a casualty. When I went by where the groomer comes across the road, it looked pretty treacherous. If they don't groom, it's going to be a wall out there, and someone's going to get hurt. So apparently they have, I just heard that they got 200 more miles of grooming they can do. So it's surprising because they really haven't had to groom much most of the winter because of how warm it's been. Then all the snow comes in, they can't run the groomer. Just nonsense. It was just like this short burst that hit pretty much only right here. So I had to get out, even though I wasn't planning on today. Yesterday, I was out backcountry skiing, and absolutely fantastic. great day backcountry skiing. I didn't film any of it. Winter's on. Where is everyone? Parking lot's empty. Yeah, see, this is the groomed trail here. Groomed. I think a groomer's been down here for a long time. Oh, nice! Abandoned machine. Woo! Yeah, boys! We'll see if someone shows up to get that. We might have a little recovery mission by the end of the day. They made it up to the first turn and the thing was done. That's the technique. I used to be like that. I used to have about some older sleds, my first introduction to it, and I had like about 3. You always got to have some backups when you have those old POSs. So that's what they do. You just take it out and just leave it and go back and get another one. That's totally the move. Oh, it is deep, boys. Good thing I got the long track on. Well, that's where his buddy turned around to go get him. Probably 2 up out of here. Luckily, they weren't far from the parking lot. Oh, it is so good, just 2 minutes from the parking lot. Blue Mountains, baby! Whoa, massive tree wells. In case you didn't notice, I'm solo. I had the snowshoes on. Almost was together there with Cecil, but I don't think they were going to go too far with... in fact, that may have been Cecil's machine right there. He's known to just like leave machines everywhere. In fact, a couple years ago, he... in that parking lot there, he left a machine because we were getting just mad loads of snow. This is during COVID. Stream snow. And he left a machine in the parking lot, and the rotary came through and just chewed up the machine. So I don't know what the aftermath was, but probably the groomer's gonna come through and tear up that machine that's sitting there in the trail. If you leave a machine out and enough snow comes, good luck finding it. Better put a probe in it. Since I'm solo, I'm scanning some channels, see what comes through on the radio. I think I already heard a truck was spun out on the freeway. Wow, this snow is great. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, I don't think I want to sell this long track. So I've ridden mountaintop 3-inch, 3+ inch, and I've ridden the 3-inch RIP timber sleds, and my impression on those is you just point them and they tractor nicely straight. But what I find with this 137 longer track with the whatever they are, 2+ inch paddles on them, it is seems to be a little more steerable in the deep snow like this, and it still goes pretty good on the trail. So and it climbs up all the same stuff anyway. It's a little unwieldy at times how long and a bit heavier it is, but as far as like moving it around on top of the snow, woo! Crazy up in here. Highway's just right down there. Well, we got the Forest Service. Thought those guys were all fired. What kind of project do they have going there? I'm trying to stay busy so Doge doesn't catch them. Nah, those are my friends and colleagues. I hope they keep their jobs. Usually it's really slow this time of year. I don't know if those are fire guys. Usually it's the fire guys that I... Because I always forget, like just off the other side of the mountains there's 0 snow. So they might be pile burning. Butte in here. Snow's not quite as deep in this thicker forest, so yeah, they're either doing a training operation with the Forest Service or maybe a burn. So what I'm scanning now on my radio is Oregon Department of Transportation, ODOT, Forest Service, State Police, County Police, I believe I have on there, and that's pretty much about it. I don't think I'm scanning City Police. Search and Rescue, I think, is the other one I'm scanning. So when you hear stuff come through, that's what it is. Usually I'm not scanning because I'm locked in with whoever I'm riding with, but since I'm solo, it's entertaining to hear what's going down. If there's all of a sudden some SAR mission, I might have to activate chat. A few years ago, the plane crashed. I heard over the radio, and they'd crashed up near a groomed snowmobile. I was too far away to go help, but I was almost. If that happened a little closer, chat would have been activated. I would have called Cecil and we'd have gone and got the job done real quick. Should be able to tell you what's what when they come on the radio. If it's of importance, I can usually tell based on the way they're talking. It should be. Oh yeah, I'm scanning. That's a life flight coming over a search and rescue channel, I believe. Like they're heading to Boise with something. So nice to have Life Flight around here. They do great work. Zone here is magnificent since they thinned out some of this, and then there's that older growth stuff in there. So yesterday was absolute bonkers backcountry skiing. So nice. Just everything's so stable too. All packed down, a little layer of snow on top that's not going to create a slab. This spring snow biking and skiing is the best. I don't know why everyone gives up on it. In fact, even the statistical data shows that most of our water content in the mountains around here comes in April, March, April, and parts of May. So that water content up in the mountains is in the form of usually snow in these mountains. So last video I talked about the benefits like lower avalanche danger, being warmer. It's also, I find it much easier, I mean, to not even have to have a heated garage or whatever. Your machine melts off every time. Snowpack is established and solid. Oh, burying it. Not quite handlebar deep. That's what happens too with this consolidated base. You get new dumps on top of it, and you can always dig down and find traction somewhere. So these waves, and then when it starts melting and freezing, just the best time. So the problem is, a lot of people not only give up just because it's warmer and they got other things to do, I guess, but a lot of them have like broken machines or worn themselves out, so they miss out on all this good stuff, which I guess is fine with me. Look at how untracked this is. learned the value of pacing. Maybe just because I'm old. But pacing yourself, like I don't get too anxious early in the season to go out and like straight away break off some forks and be out of commission when the winter comes in. And it's also kind of, I'd say mentally too, you want to pace yourself to be good throughout the whole season. So not just force it to ride just to ride, but
628 Oregon.
I try to make sure my stuff's in good order all season, but especially have it all ready for spring, so not everything's all busted up, and then your body too, like I think a lot of sledders are all busted up with their bodies from by the end of the year, spinal compressions and broken stuff. So anyway, I try to pace myself to be good all the way till June, and that applies to my physical conditioning too. As I've gotten older, being a competitive athlete, endurance athlete, I've learned how to pace things and not blow myself up, to be good most of the time and not just peak and destroy yourself. This is just downright primo snow right now. Conditions are absolutely unbelievable. The other thing too in the spring is the bikes run better. You're not in those like 5-degree Fahrenheit days, your bike's struggling. So bottom line, there's just so much upside to spring riding. The problem is, if you're planning to convert your bike over, that's when the primo dirt is too, a lot of places. So that's where you get that quandary. And one reason a lot of people now just keep their bikes set up and get a different bike for trails. These 450s, unless I guess you're gonna race motocross with them or something, 450s aren't that useful otherwise, so might as well just do dedicated snow bike year round. So on that note, like I think the industry would benefit from like collaborating with the bike manufacturers to just sell bikes without the wheels, because you got all this like if you could buy a bike for a little bit less without the wheels and rear swing arm, save some money to put into the kit. So people talk about dedicated snow machines and or snow bikes that essentially look like I guess a snow hawk or something. I think the advantage of the snow bike is the weight distribution, and the feel of it feels like a dirt bike. So why not just do a few tweaks to dirt bikes, sell them already set up without wheels. So basically have a collaborative between the manufacturers, or maybe Yamaha or someone come up with a pre-made kit that is essentially like this, but doesn't have the option to convert. Got to be careful here not to hit any vintage machines. Whoop! There it is. Alright, scoot it over to a different zone here. Snow might even be deeper over here. Alright, gotta be careful. Sometimes the creeks open up in here. Looks alright. Looks alright. Looks alright. Yep. Just out of nowhere, one weekend, and all of a sudden the coverage is back to normal in here. Normal for this time of year. I'm glad I still have the shrouds on this machine. It's always got to be locked and ready for winter. Once again, just talking safety while I'm riding solo. The highway is literally right down below me there, so it'd be a very short walk. My machine fails me. Climbing up out of here. Long track doing work. Ah, behold. Some tracks from a couple days ago, but just crossed the groomed trail there, which hasn't been groomed for a long time. Drifts. Oh, a box truck driving complaint. It was more pristine. There's some old tracks in here. I think I'm going to go back where I was before. That zone was absolutely virgin. Probably drop in anywhere here. This slope is, oh, there's my track going up. It's steep, but it's not steep enough to slide, so it's kind of a good snow biking slope to... This is kind of where I learned how to snow bike, in the trees. Right in here. Spent a lot of time ripping around in here. My first snow biking days, when I was the only mono track up here. And then all of a sudden one day I saw another one, and then I saw another one, and another one, and now there's gobs of people on snow bikes. See if they're gonna nab that. Nab that box truck. It's kind of weird how they'll respond to any complaints. Pull people over whenever there's just all it takes is one grandma to complain about something, and you might get pulled over. There's some jumps in here. It's gonna be a short ride anyway today. Gotta do taxes. Shell out a bunch of money. That's why I can't buy a new snow bike, and I keep riding these old ones. I keep paying for taxes, so what a lonely parking lot. Plows did good work though. Guess it's just me today. Wah wah. Alright, I'm gonna go rip around in those trees.
3640 status. Good one.
Then head home to bend over for my taxes. Yes, winter is delivering in the blues. I should say spring is delivering. Usually there's a better base to start with though, but that was one sweet storm last weekend. Middle of March, storm's delivering. It looks like moisture coming in this next weekend too, so it stays cold enough. Might really be on. I think this dump we got last night is going to not last long. The sun's hitting it right now, the wind's hitting. Might be one more good day of it, and then it's probably going to go too warm again. But that's typical spring. You need those melt freeze. Or you don't need them, but that's the way it happens. But they actually end up being good because it adds to predictability and compaction of snow. grip. Getting good grip underneath this layer here. Okay, I think I'm about ready to wrap it up. It's almost just too good. Just want to leave on a high note. Yeah, it doesn't look like that creek's opened up. So good. I'll definitely be ready this weekend if we get another dump of snow. I might actually come out again tomorrow. We'll see. Could be another sick day, as they say. Snow is just so perfect right now. Can't get over it. There's zero tracks out here too, and big jumps. This is really close to the parking lot, and literally no one comes in here. I don't know why people miss out on this zone. It's one of the closest spots to the parking lot, period. I'm not complaining one bit. There is a little of this reprod that sometimes makes it difficult to get in here. But usually no problem on a snow bike. I think this is actually a road I'm on too. Whoa, oh yeah. boys. I'm gonna call this a wrap. It's almost too good. I gotta give up. See ya. Is that what you're supposed to do? Sign off or peace? Alright, I'm back. I couldn't give up. It's just too good. Back where I started. This little zone over here. A little more action in. Want to get over to that other little meadow there. Still bust up through here. Some good tree pockets in here. Alright, after all that riding, finally bit off more than I could chew. Must be time to go home. It's gotten a spot that I didn't want to stuff it and get stuck in a worse spot. So gotta just make sure I make this turn. Then I'll flip a U-turn in that little meadow I see on the right and call it good. Yeah, I should be able to bust through that. Yeah. Okay.
363.
Momentary lapse in concentration there.
Check a report of a possible overdose in the Walmart parking lot in a vehicle, Washington Place.
Oh, that sucks.
It's a Chevy Blazer gray in color, I believe. He's now hit multiple vehicles. Looks like he was huffing.
Huh. Hit multiple vehicles. Stay away from Walmart right now. All right. Okay. Meadow over there, that's the objective. Okay. Oh! I caught more traction than I was expecting through there. These trees are getting thicker there. I should
Probably stand down. The male is walking. He's now in Walmart, so he's away from the vehicle at this point. I have one person en route.
I gotta hear the conclusion of this one. See if I can still get through these trees here.
I just staged outside so I can get a deputy. It sounds like he's probably on narcotic at this point.
Medic 4 copies, and you can relay from law enforcement. I appreciate it.
Oh, what? What? The groomer just came through. Try to avoid crashing like I did a couple days ago here in the parking lot. Almost had it. Cleaned out the parking lot, now it makes it harder to load. Don't want to jettison my ramp away. Easy there. That was not the smoothest load. Usually I'm dialed on this stuff. I think they caught him. Some sledders have showed up.
118 was able to get a description of the passenger. If you want it, let me know.
Oh, there's a passenger in there?
Copy. Yeah, if you could just go ahead and put out over the air. We have multiple troopers on scene as well.
Mad action at Walmart.
The white male wearing a red hat, a black hoodie with a big yellow emblem on the front of it, jeans, last seen headed toward Maurice's and possibly behind Walmart.
Maurice's? Look at a Maurice's too.
31 was behind Walmart. I haven't seen anything match that description. Nobody back there.
Oh, is this guy getting away?
Copy.
Might have to get in the truck and get my scanner going there real quick. I'm intrigued by the story. So these bungees just kind of keep it centered. This long track really does stick off the back of this short bed I got. Last year I had a long bed, so but it gets the job done. I prefer the short bed actually now. Much easier to park. Usually you don't need all that extra. But it works. On an F-150 short bed, that's how much a 137 track shoots out the back. It works. GoPro, stop recording.